Actually, now
Yeah.
lots of people talk about new normal. As you already actually discussed a lot, we cannot get back to such a normal, we actually experienced. Could you actually clarify, or give a more idea about what kind of a new normal we will face up after this, COVID-19?
I don't know enough because, again, it would involve too many presumptions, hypotheses about how much social contacts we will afford. But I think that even if we will not find a vaccine, at least it will be probably possible to measure in a much faster way. Are you immune? To what extent you are immune? Are you negative, positive? And then so some kind, I don't worry about this, some kind of social life will re-emerge even in Ljubljana. Capitalism is already reinventing itself as coronavirus capitalism.
That's why actually you should actually think about or imagine what happened after this kind of COVID-19, cause of this. What kind of a value we'll actually search for?
There are many poor, desperate people for whom there are worse things than this virus. They're ready to accept the risk.
I don't care, the army will kill me. I prefer to die by coronavirus than to die by angry virus.
Necesitan leche, personas de adulto mayor, discapacitados, muchas personas que necesitamos.
Us people that are at a lower risk, I feel like we should have continued out our lives and continued working.
1 to 3% that I will be infected, maybe even that I die, but at least my family needs food and so on and so on. So it's quite possible that we will return to some very brutal world with stronger class differences between those who can afford protection, relative safety, those who cannot. My friends and enemies, I said we need communism now. No, of course, I'm not crazy. I don't mean North Korea. I don't even mean China or whatever. By communism, I mean simply this. Our economy till now, and it worked pretty well, at least in some parts of the world, was based on global market and profitability. I don't think we can confront the crisis. Maybe you will be able in South Korea, but globally, following the rules of the market. I think that the proof are even those conservative leaders in the West, even Donald Trump, Boris Johnson, in France, in Germany, who are now following de facto another rule. Boris Johnson now temporarily nationalized the British railways and so on. What they are doing with money, giving for free people billions, trillions of dollars. Of course, they manipulate. Much of it goes to companies and so on. But basically, this is no longer the capitalist logic. They know that the function of the state in this situation is that they have to guarantee that, not in a sense of communism of opulence, but in a very modest sense, everybody can satisfy his, her basic needs. So it's more, as I once put it, wartime communism. It's a matter of survival. Things really matter. It's no longer market logic which should decide. Of course, we still need competition, because without some kind of competition, I'm afraid of corruption then, What we need now is simply public authority, together with collaboration of the people and internationally coordinated, to guarantee certain basic things which are absolute necessity. And we can enumerate them. It's expanded healthcare. It's absolutely clear. We have to be prepared for second wave. It has to be internationally coordinated, because epidemics expand. You cannot be permanently isolated in a bubble. So much more, it's unconditional healthcare. Then the problem is food. Now with this lockdown, who will harvest food? Who will package food and so on and so on? These are already critical moments now in Germany and especially in United States. Well, the meat packaging factories, whatever you call them, are one of the strongest clusters of infection. So then we need water, electricity, garbage, and especially internet, digital links to function.
그러니까 지적선생님이 말씀하시는 커뮤니즘은 정치 체제를 커뮤니즘이 아니에요. 예를 들어서 우리가 사용하는 언어라든가 또는 뭐 물이라든가 공기라든가 기후도 여기 들어가는 거고요. 자연, 또 우리가 또 만들어낸 여러 가지 지식들, 자 이런 것들이 다 공공재잖아요. 그러니까 이걸 누구의 소유라고 말할 수가 없죠, 그죠? 누구의 것이라고 말할 수 없는. 그래서 어떠한 이 집단이든 어떠한 그런 권력이든 사람들을 동원하기 위해서는 이 공통적인 것에 대한 호소를 해야 돼요. 그리고 거기에는 항상 뭐가 나오냐 그러면 협력이라는 이야기들이 나와야 된다는 거죠. 그래야지만 정치라는 게 가능해진다는 거예요. 그런 의미에서 코미니즘을 말하는 거죠. 그래서 뭐 이건 좌파도 우파도 어쨌든 다 국제주의를 강조했단 말이에요, 예전에는. 그러다가 그래서 이제 유엔도 만들고 WHO도 그래서 만들어진 거 아니겠어요? 근데 이게 이제 점점 약화되어 가는 과정에 있는 거고, 지금 미국 트럼프 대통령이 WHO를 공격하고 하는 이유도 사실 이거 약화를 보여주는 거죠. 국제주의 약화를 보여주는 거고.
Chinese officials ignored their reporting obligations to the World Health Organization and pressured the World Health Organization to mislead the world when the virus was first discovered by Chinese authorities. Because they have failed to make the requested and greatly needed reforms, we will be today terminating our relationship with the World Health Organization and redirecting those funds to other worldwide and deserving urgent global public health needs.
뭐 WHO를 뭐 CHO로 바꿔야 된다 이런 이야기들이 사실은 중국을 겨냥하고 있는 것처럼 보이지만 사실 민족 국가의 이해관계를 국제주의보다 우선하는 것을 위한 사전 포석이라고 볼 수가 있는 거죠. 우리는 이제 우리만 살겠다. 그러니까 자연스럽게 그냥 민족 국가로 이제 회귀해 버리는 거예요. 그런 생각들이. 그래서 부강한 민족 국가로 가버린다는 거죠. 결론적으로 말한다면. 그래서 이제 그런 부분들을 어떻게 이제 해결할 것인가가 저는 이제 중요한 문제라고 보고, 그래서 지적 선생님도 그런 부분에서 계속 그런 공통적인 것들에 대한 환기가 중요하고 그 공통적인 것을 함께 해결해 나가는 국제주의적인 협력이 중요하다는 거죠. 거기에 대한 어떤 논의가 지금 너무 안 보이니까 굉장히 우려하고 있는 거죠.
So economists like Piketty, Thomas Piketty suggested a kind of a Green New Deal. We must actually restructure our economic system, based on that kind of eco-friendly, something like that. What do you think about this?
Generally, I agree with him. You know what's always my problem with him? That how will he admits in his new book on capitalism and ideology also, he admits that this can really be done only at a global international level. Mm-hmm. Okay, but if you can do this, then we already won. How will you establish an international authority? He is too utopian, I think, with authority, international, global, with executive power.
근데 어쨌든 그린 뉴딜이라는 건 서스테이너블 디벨롭먼트라는 말로 예전에 썼는데 지속 가능한 발전이죠. 발전을 해야 되는 것이 자본주의 속성이잖아요. 자본주의는 어쨌든 발전을 계속 해야 되는 거죠. 근데 그 발전이라는 건 지금까지는 지구의 자원을 소비해가지고 뭔가 이렇게 인공적인 걸 계속 만들어내는 것이었잖아요. 그죠? 근데 이게 이제 한계에 도달한 거죠. 기후변화가 오고 자원이 고갈되고 기존에 어떤 자본주의적인 어떤 룰을 가지고는 이게 해결되지 않기 때문에 여기에 이제 공공성을 강화한 국가가 개입해서 그런 어떤 민영 기업들이 해결하지 못한 문제를 같이 해결해야 된다라는 거죠. 국가가 주도해 나간다는 뜻이죠. 뉴딜이기 때문에. 예를 들어서 한국 같은 경우도 현대 같은 데다가 이제 정부가 돈을 지급해서 수소차 개발을 시킨다든가 뭐 이런 것들, 이제 이런 일들을 유도하게 만들자라는 거예요. 근데 이제 과연 성공할 수 있을지는 이제 뭐에 달려 있느냐. 그거는 제가 볼 때는 그런 불편함을 참고 그런 우리 지구를 지키겠다고 생각하는 그런 분들의 마음이 모여야 되는 거예요. 그런 대안적 삶에 대한 그 불편함을 감수할 수 있어야 돼요.
I think I would prefer to talk about close cooperation of nation states and so on and so on. If you have a world government with too much power, you will have tremendous factional struggles there, and it will be such a distant authority that it will be out of control from local nations and so on and so on. My basic problem is, again, how to come there. If we just try to steer our direction towards more international cooperation, for example, there will be droughts, floods, hurricanes, famines. We have to establish some kind of cooperation that one part of the world helps the other part of the world. I'm not talking about centralized world government. I'm talking about this feeling of general responsibility. If millions are starving in Eastern Africa, we should do something. If there is a new wave of illness, I don't know where it will be, in Brazil, in India, it's a problem for all of us. Don't think just in bubbles and quarantines and so on. There should be quarantines, but we should still help them.
Of course, humanity is a very abstractive word, but thing is that that kind of humanity needed, these days. But it's not quite all the sense.
My friend Alenka Zupancic put this very nicely. He says, till now, humanity was an empty word,
Yeah.
But now, through this experience of global crisis, humanity becomes a fact. We feel it. It becomes a reality. It's now in our egotist interest to be solidary with others, because in the long term, their safety is our safety. We cannot be safe here while the virus is killing thousands there. That's the price paid by United States, by United Kingdom, and so on.
That might be a new normal, exactly, yeah? It's a new internationalism.
Let's
Based on
hope.
the mutualism.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
There are, as I said in my text, based on that science fiction story, we live in a store of the worlds. Different worlds are offering themselves to us now. That's why, again, I emphasize it's an eminently political problem. Now it's the time for new visions from politics, because we are literally forced to invent a new way of life, of common life.
Yeah.
And that's the political situation par excellence.
That's actually what is important is that the invention of a new life. Invention, that is political. That's a very crucial point.
Now we will have to decide, because the old world is over, all this will have to be reinvented. It can be done, I think. It can be done, but it's a crucial political moment now. Maybe an epochal moment.
Could you actually advise some Korean people, to face up this kind of COVID-19?
I cannot give you advices because I am learning from you, maybe due to your historical experience in the 20th century, Japanese occupation, Korean War, and then the conflicts you had after all that. You are, in some sense, wiser, that it's easier for you to live with the dangers in the background.
Yeah.
And I hope that psychologically this will make it easier for you. The countries that I always check are Korea, Hong Kong, Taiwan, China, okay, I wish them all the best, and Sweden. Will their relative openness succeed or not? So it's my compulsive gesture to check on Worldometer these countries. You are our hope, literally.
So I think we've done. We've done.
Okay, thanks very much.
So actually, I hope we can see in Seoul soon. Next year.
So I would love. I'm dreaming to come there. I would love. Yeah.
Nice.
Keep
Thank
in
you.
touch. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
very much. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye, Bill. Bye-bye. Bye. How do I go out?